Do you ever have those late night moments where you're lying awake and you're thinking, I've been busy all week, but what have I actually done? I don't feel like I've accomplished anything. You're not alone in this one. This sense of time slipping through your fingers is something that most people wrestle with. It's kind of like you're losing track of time. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you a simple 3-step formula to help you to regain control of your time. And not only will I make this technique easy to remember, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to take a screenshot of the questions that you'll be able to ask yourself with this technique. And you can put it on your phone and you can check with it anytime that you want. And I'll also be providing you with a little soundbite on your phone. So if you really want to make it really simple, you can save this soundbite in your phone and press play, and it'll be me asking you the questions. This is a simple technique. It's just a little soundbite, and you can use it anytime that you want to recalibrate yourself when you feel like you're losing track of time. So stick around. This technique takes less than a minute. I'm going to explain how it works and why it works so that you really understand and you don't take it for granted. And like many of you, I've grappled with overwhelming waves of tasks and responsibilities that life throws at you. Lucky enough, in my experience in this field, I've armed myself with a toolbox of techniques that I can turn to at any time, which will shift my mindset from a negative thought process really quickly. So let me share with you a recent experience that I had, and you might be able to relate to this. So imagine this. I was out walking, and I was walking with my dog, and my mind was like a whirlwind. It was like a washing machine. It was just like, I've got all of this stuff on it, taken on a lot of responsibilities, and I felt overwhelmed, and it was too much stuff for anybody. And I had the tasks that I had to complete as well on top of all of this stuff that was going on. And in that moment, I had to stop and had to ask myself, like, what am I going to do? Like, I know a lot of stuff. I need to just get myself out of this because it's not helping me to, I'm not resolving anything that I need to do tomorrow. I should be out just walking the dog and enjoying the walk and being at peace in my mind. I know that it's possible. So I decided to ask myself some simple questions. And these questions helped me to get out of my head and feel better really quickly. So I turned to this straightforward and powerful tool, asking the right questions. And this helped me to anchor myself right into the present moment, getting me out of my head, and instantly I felt I was in a clearer and calmer mental space, which gave me the ability to be able to enjoy the moment that I was in. So in this video, I'm going to share with you this simple 3-step formula. Remember, just use this as a tool, add it into your collection of tools, find out what works for you, and always being able to ask the right questions is going to be very important for you. So I'll share these 3 simple steps, this formula that I have that's going to help you to regain control of your time. And it's a practical approach, and I hope it helps you to develop a thought process that will prevent you from losing track of your time. So let's dive in. So step 1, I'm going to go through the steps with you, explain them so that you understand them, so that when you're reading these questions to yourself, that they make sense. Or otherwise, you're just going to read them and they'll just go over your head. So as best you can, stay till the end of the video, get the soundbite, take a screenshot of the questions. So step 1 is acknowledging that you're in the present moment. Now, it sounds simple, and I know you've heard this before, but just try this as a formula, as a 3-step approach to being able to do this on purpose. So step 1 is acknowledging the present moment. We often get caught up in our tasks that we forget that we're living in the present moment. So the first step in this process is to acknowledge that you're here right now. And the first question that we will be getting to in a moment will be, am I present in this moment right now? And answer this question with a yes. And you will feel yourself reconnecting to the present moment instantly. It's important that you ask this question because your mind can lose track of where you are. You know you're present, you know you should be, but the simple question that you ask your mind can just snap you out of it instantly like that. Now, it's important that you follow up with a couple of other questions, otherwise you'll start to just kind of drift off and lose track of time again. You know the way your mind goes, it's kind of like, yeah, but no, but what if, and then you're gone. And before you know it, hours have gone by. So step 2 is reflecting on the moment that you're in. This kind of harnesses you back into the moment, kind of qualifies that you're giving your mind evidence. It's reflecting on the moment. And the second question that you will be asking yourself is, could I enhance this moment if I really tried, regardless of the circumstances? And answer this question with a yes. Because this question encourages you to reflect on the current situation and deciding to make it better. Even though stuff that may be happening around you, you're just deciding that you're going to be making this moment better. So the question I kind of asked myself was, could I enjoy myself if I really tried? Like, could I have a better time? And the answer is yes, because it's a mindset. You have to choose to think like this, or otherwise your mind will come up with excuses, you know? So in that moment, I was like, if I really tried, I could, you know? So the simple thing was I was out with my dog and I was walking and there was nothing I could do about all the tasks. So I had to kind of choose to just pay attention to what was important in that moment. But sometimes you can forget. If you don't ask yourself these questions, your mind will just kind of drift off. So step 3 is commit to making the moment better. The third question that you will be asking yourself is about commitment and changing what you're paying attention to. And the question is it possible that I could focus on something small that could possibly make me feel better? So is it possible that I could focus on something small that it could possibly make me feel better? When you answer this question with a yes, you're actually deciding and allowing yourself to experience the joy in the small things that are outside of you, that are outside of your problems as well. And what you're doing here is you're taking action and deciding to improve the current situation despite the circumstances. This is a formula that works. If you look at people that are happy, they're out usually in their head asking themselves the right questions, like what's good about life, you know, and their mind starts to pay attention to the good things. And people that are suffering always ask, what's wrong with my life? So just use these as a formula, do them a few times. So let me show you the simple questions and the simplified version of this 3-step formula. And I recommend that you take a screenshot of these following questions for your convenience later on. So just imagine that each step is like a stepping stone. I'll be putting the questions up every now and again, and you can grab a screenshot of them anytime. I'm going to show you a video here just to kind of give a visual representation of what you're doing with this process. So just imagine it's like you're on stepping stones, and these stepping stones are leading you from a dark tunnel into a more clearer, broader space where you can make clearer and more informed decisions. So when you feel better, you make clearer decisions. So you're just kind of stepping, you're in this low mood. It's like a dark tunnel. You can see the light and you're moving towards it. And these questions are stepping stones to get you there. If you don't ask them, you're kind of stuck in the tunnel, you know. So these powerful questions, so here, take a screenshot of them now as you see them. If you can, it's not really that important. If you can memorize them, that's great. So question number 1 that you're going to be asking yourself, is it true that I am present in this moment right now? Just say yes. Question number 2, could I enhance this moment if I really tried, regardless of the circumstances? Yes. Question number 3, is it possible that I could focus on something small that could make me feel better? Yes. Now, a little tip here, make it small enough so that you'll do it. Now, let's put this 3-step formula into action. The next time you feel overwhelmed, I want you to pause, ask yourself these 3 questions. This practice will help you to stay present and focused, and you're going to prevent yourself from feeling overwhelmed if you're present, because you can't feel overwhelmed if you're present, because there's not enough information in the present moment to overwhelm you. It's only when you lose track of time and you go into your head and you start thinking about all the tasks that are ahead of you, and that's where you lose time. Remember, as best you can, genuinely commit to each step and put effort into it, because true effort counts. And in any moment, your maximum point of power is always now. Once you're aware of that and you start to take action in the moment without just drifting and floating through the day and then seeing your day just disappear and then wondering what the hell have I done with it, take constructive action like intention, you know, put intention behind it. And it's going to feel a little bit unfamiliar for some people to do this, but you kind of have to shake yourself up and go, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to create this and develop this mindset, and focus on your immediate environment. And when you've asked yourself these questions as best you can from this moment on, when you answer the questions, speak only in present tense. You know, talk about only what's immediately in your environment. Don't go 10 minutes ahead or 5 minutes behind or 2 days or 3 weeks. Speak in present tense. And these questions are not set in stone. Feel free to tweak them to suit your situation. You know, you can ask one of them or 2 of them. You know, sometimes you might ask the 3 of them to yourself. And some people will develop the habit of just asking the 3 of them. And these questions are not only for times of stress, They can also be used when you're feeling okay. So just because you're feeling okay, you know, sometimes you can lose track of time as well. I like it because I kind of do ask myself these questions. You know, is it true that I'm here right now? Could I pay attention to something small that could possibly make me feel better? Kind of mix them around, you know. So even use them when you're feeling better, because they can also serve as a reminder to focus on what's important. And don't get left behind. Join the WhatsApp group, because I will be sharing with you the soundbite that I talked about. It's a 1 minute soundbite, less than a minute, of me guiding you through these questions. And you can play this audio on your phone at any time. You can even add it to your music library if you like, if you know how to do that. And to join, just check out the link below in the description. I'm going to put a QR code up here as well it's a WhatsApp group. And when you go into the WhatsApp group, I'm going to be putting information up on the group that if you have any questions, just ask me questions about this particular process. Maybe I could give you some tips to kind of really bake it in, you know. So if you would love to hear more, and you can join the group. So I would love to hear from you too. Give this 3-step formula a try and let me know how it worked for you, and leave it in the comments if you want on the WhatsApp group. And for more resources on building a resilient mindset, visit my website and sign up with your email to gain free access to a series of mindset transformational videos. If you found this particular video helpful, please like, share and comment on your experience in the WhatsApp group, or it'll be private. When you're sending me the messages, nobody else is going to see your messages, so it'll just be coming to me, and then I'll answer the message, but everybody will see the messages. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.